successful 2012. That off the back of an equally successful 2011. He recorded a second place finish in his opening event of the year in Latvia over the weekend. He joins us on the phone. Craig, how are you?
Yeah, good. Nice and relaxed now. Just got back last night, so everything is good.
Good stuff. What a start to your 2013, but I suppose most importantly, good to be back in competitive action. Yeah,
for sure. It was a long break, since the end of last year, trying to get everything sorted, and luckily Porto came to the rescue towards the end of last year, and we were able to put a deal together. I've signed with them now for this season, and that was a massive opportunity for me to get to drive for a manufacturer this year in the European Championship, and to start with a good solid podium is we're absolutely delighted with the result.
We'll chat about what that entails in a moment, but just to give people some of the backstory, I'm speaking to a man who is back-to-back World Rally Championship champions in different categories. The Academy 2 years ago, the S2000 category last year, but that didn't guarantee you a drive this year.
No, by any means. It was okay. It helped for sure, insofar as my profile was attractive, should we say, to potential partners and whatnot. But when I won the Academy in 2011, I had €500,000 prize money to spend towards my rally in 2012. We done that, and we done the SWRC, and I actually won that championship as well. So there was no prize money, unfortunately, for winning the SWRC. So it was a little bit more difficult to try and get something together for this year, and I didn't have any of my own budget to try and get something together. But I've been working with Borjo since sort of the start of last year, doing some development work with them on a smaller two-wheel drive car, and I've got to know them a little bit more during last year. I've done a couple of the small events and European IRC rallies in the 207 2000 car, and done quite well with them. So I obviously done something right, and they've now given me the opportunity to drive for them this year. But
no more people will be familiar with Formula 1, and no more in rallying. It's what money you can bring to the party will boost your chances of getting a drive. The $500,000, in great sum of money on paper, but in reality it's a pittance in professional sport at this level, isn't it?
Yeah, it didn't get me even half the season, in 2012. So, it's really the costs involved in that the championship I done in 2012 wasn't even, it's not in a full blown World Rally car, so it's supposed to be the feeder series. So, and even at that, the budgets are just, they're ridiculous. So, it's a sport that revolves around, what budget I have. But I've been very, very fortunate now that I've got to a professional drive like this at a very early stage in my career, and probably a lot earlier than I expected. So it's a very nice place to be at the moment.
And it is quite some coup, and this would have been a highly regarded or highly sought after seat.
Yeah, Porto has a massive heritage in motorsport, and back to the Group B days with the 205 T16, and in latter years they've been a big force in the World Rally Championship. And then recently with the Super 2000 car in the IRC and so on. So they're a very sought after manufacturer, and to be working with someone like Porsche Sport it's a fantastic opportunity for anyone. And from somebody coming from Ireland, it's an unknown. The French have a big connection, or should we say, Porto has a big connection with French drivers and whatnot. So to be able to break that mould, and for anyone from Ireland to be working across with a foreign team and manufacturer, it's something that I'm very, very proud of.
And the weekend was the first of 8 rounds you're guaranteed in the European Rally Championship.
Yeah, we started the season at the weekend in Latvia. So for the moment, it's 8 events. It may get more. It may get. The plan might change towards the end of the year. It depends on how we're going. But I was delighted, obviously, to start the campaign in Latvia. I've done Rally Sweden 2 times before on snow, so I was confident going into the rally. But the conditions were a little bit different in Latvia, insofar as there was a massive thaw the week leading up to the rally, so a lot of the snow disappeared. So it was a difficult rally.
But what a start to have led after the opening day, and is it fair to say it was effectively your top speed in comparison to your competitors was what let you down over the rest of the weekend?
Yeah, perhaps. The rally was horrifically fast. I've never driven anything like it in my life. We were just sitting on the rev limiter. When I say the rev limiter, it's 6 gear at sort of 8,500 revs. It's as fast as the car will go, and it's basically crying. It's crying enough. So we were driving for most of the stages on the rev limiter, whereas the guided wonder rally, Jari Ketema, his finished driver, he was driving with a regional rally car, which the top speed of the car is about 30 kilometres more than what my car can do. So we were a little bit. It was just on the back foot on some of the stages, because he was just able to make the most of the top speed that he had. But on some other stages, then perhaps my car was, it was on level playing field when it wasn't so fast. But there was one particular stage, we were leading by sort of 10 or 11 seconds, and went into one stage on Saturday, and it was just, I knew halfway through it didn't look massively fast and directly, but I knew halfway through the stage I was on the limiter too much, and he ended up taking the whole lead back off me in one stage. So that was the beginning of the downfall, really, because on the rerun of that stage he took another 5 seconds, and it just got a little bit out of reach after that.
But for the first day out in the category, did a podium finish exceed what your expectation would have been?
Perhaps not a podium, no. That's what we were aiming for heading into the event. Challenging for victory for sure was something that we weren't really. That one's not planning on. Everybody plans on. Everybody tries to do their best. They try to win, but being realistic, it wasn't. It wasn't in our expectations. So for sure, to come to the end of the first stage and to be leading my first rally as a works driver was a big shock, and to continue that lead into the night, and then again to begin on Saturday morning and continue to lead was. I kind of had a newfound confidence in myself when I started to rack up the stage wins. I think I had about 5 stage wins in a row, so it was a really, really nice feeling for that moment. Yeah. I
presume this means you're not home much.
No, I spend a lot of my time jumping through airports and been away. So I'm lucky that I've got a family that comes with me a lot, and I've got a very understanding girlfriend that puts up with me back at home when I'm away. So it's. For sure, it's difficult sometimes, trying to live out of a suitcase. But when you get to drive a rally car as a job, I think that makes up for a lot of it.
And on that, so there is what is a rare visit home planned for April for the Carrick-on-Shore Motor Club.
Yeah, I've the clerk of the course this year, Andrew Purse, is a long time friend of mine. So, and obviously the Carrick-on-Shore Motor Club have done a massive amount for me over the last couple of years since I began rallying. So. I've agreed to drive the course car, the zero car there at that event, and they're going to raffle off the co-driver seat to some lucky person, lucky or unlucky person to sit in beside me. So hopefully that should be a great day. I'm really looking forward to it. It's an event that I've done a few times in the past. I won it last year, and I'm looking forward to trying to give something back to the club.
Just for a bit of advice, would you suggest someone who has a bit of experience of travelling at that level of speed goes and sits in the seat alongside you?
Not at all, no. It's anyone, I think anybody can enter, and I think you have to be over 16 or something like that to get the seat, but it's for anybody, I'm going to be driving fast, but I don't need someone that can be that needs to be a professional co-driver, someone that wants to have a bit of fun and can witness the speeds that can be done in a rally car in a safe environment. And it's a very nice rally, and the stages are very close to my hometown, so it should be a really good day, and hopefully it'll be a nice present for the winner.
Well, Craig, we wish you well over the course of 2013. I know we'll be checking in with you time and time again, and you never know, we might see you down in Carrick on the 14th of April. Thanks for joining us as always.
No problem, it's been a pleasure, and I really look forward to speaking to you throughout the year.